What's up, everybody? This Step with BluntRap's Sports TV. Shout out to BluntRap ENT. Shout out to the LDBC. And I'm trying to think who was the first video I seen that talked about it. Oh yeah, shout out to Ego. I think it was Ego talking to Troy King about HBO's pound for pound list, which, in my opinion, it's just, at this point, we shouldn't even let HBO piss us off anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, they definitely don't give a fuck about the sport of boxing. Their whole cause is just HBO boxing. And once we separate that, like, basically, we know that they clown, so we need to stop getting upset. It's almost like we not viewing it, but it's like we getting upset because we believe that they hold weight. Nah, they the past. They don't hold weight anymore. So we can't view it like they speaking of overall boxing, because they only speaking of HBO boxing. Every single person that's on the list got something to do with HBO boxing. So yeah, that's their top 5 pound for pound with HBO boxing, but not boxing. And yeah, man, it's biased, but it's something that we already know. Casino been educating us for years about HBO's agenda. What's my man name, man? I don't know if I pronounce it right. I don't know if it's Mua Baran 74, something like that. But he do a lot of educational videos just about boxing in general when it comes to the business. So you know he done exposed HBO many of times. But yeah, me personally, top 5. In my opinion, Lomachenko, I don't even think he's in the top 5. And this is no knock on Lomachenko. Hell of a fighter. You know what I mean? But, like everybody's saying, that Salido, it raised a good question. You know what I mean? Because Mikey Garcia on the list. Mikey Garcia not on the list. And if Mikey Garcia is not on the list, but he beat Salido and you lost to him, and you calling out Mikey now, that means he got some substance. He should be on the list. But we already get what they doing. I think Lomachenko need to just, I think if he rematched Salido right now and beat him convincingly, especially in a skillful manner, now that he got a little bit more experience under him, he definitely could be in top 5 pound for pound. Still not number 1, but definitely top 5, because we definitely seeing what type of skill he has. So he shouldn't even be in the top 5, period. In my opinion, skill-wise, I don't believe Gennady Golovkin, but it could be my own bias because I just view him as a hype job. But accomplishments as far as in his division, with having every belt except for the belt that Billy Ho Saunders got, you know what I'm saying? I definitely believe he deserved to be on the list. And definitely Terence Crawford, he one fight away from from undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I believe Terence Crawford, besides Andre Ward, he actually could make a campaign for. To me, I think Terence Crawford could easily be the pound for pound best fighter. In my opinion, Bud Crawford is the pound for pound best fighter in the division. In the whole boxing game. And that's only because I'm about the truth. I don't like to be fake. You get what I'm saying? I don't like to do what HBO is doing. And I always thought that Andre Ward was number 2 for a long time behind Floyd. And then when Floyd retired, it definitely elevated Andre Ward to, HBO, top pound for pound fighter. But when I seen the first fight with Kovalev, me initially, and Andre Ward, I'm a big fan of you, so if you hear the video, bro, it's not me hating. You know what I'm saying? My truthful answer when I first seen it in live time, I really thought that Kovalev won. But I'm skeptical because it's like, I know I'm not the best expert out of boxing. So with some things looking back on it, because I could have been swayed by the commentary, but I really did. But then I'm on the fence because a lot of people in boxing thought that Kovalev won too. So it's one of those fights that it's incomplete. That's why it's good that they having a rematch. And I believe at this moment, because of the controversial results with the first fight, Andre Ward and Kovalev, both, in my opinion, are tied at number 2. So right now I got Terrence Crawford, and the winner between Ward and Kovalev in the rematch, if they win decisively, I believe deserve to be number 1 pound for pound, and automatically Bud Crawford to be number 2. And to me, Keith Thurman, in my opinion, I would take Keith Thurman to replace Lomachenko in the top 5. I mean, to impressive win over Sean Porter, and right after Sean Porter, your next fight is Danny to unify, and now you got 2 belts in the hottest division. I gotta go one time. As far as no particular order, but definitely in the top 5. And so who we got so far? I agree with Kovalev. Okay, so I got Bud, Kovalev, and Ward are tied right now. I said you give Triple G, you got to put him in there because I don't want to reverse my racism. As far as his division, he got 3 belts. Fuck it. Gotta go Triple G. But to me, as far as the spot is up in the air with Canelo, it's like I put both of them in the same. I know I'm changing it, but it's like they both make up one body with pound for pound, and they about to settle it. Because you can't disregard who Canelo done already fought. Just with him, who he been in the ring with at a young age. You got to put Canelo. So I put him in Triple G. They share a spot right now. Because to me, I believe it's no solid list. That's what I'm basically getting at. It's no solid top 5 pound for pound at this moment. It's none. It's just strictly they trying to get it together. It's a new era in boxing since the retirement of Floyd and Pacquiao out the way. It got to shape itself. So I don't know why they pushing it. They need to be pushing more, making the best pound for pound fights. Fuck pound for pound fighters. We need to make a pound for pound fights. You get what I mean? So I think the fight between Canelo and Triple G would determine a spot on the top 5. So we got him with a slot. Same thing with Ward and Kovalev. And I think Bud is definitely by himself. He got a spot already. So we got 2 spots left. I believe Keith Thurman, as I said, should be on that spot. And for the 5th spot, I mean, you still gotta go Rigondeaux, man. You gotta go Rigondeaux. Because since they not allowing him to have these names on his resume, because I believe he'll beat Carl Frampton, and I believe he'll beat Leo Santa Cruz. So we gonna fuck it. They want to make up shit. We gonna put Rigondeaux got people on this list that's ducking him. That's how dominant he is, that he got people literally ducking him. And that's the list. And that's definitely the list. I gotta go Rigondeaux. Yeah, so that's my pound for pound list. But HBO, man, we need to just not acknowledge it. It's just HBO's pound for pound list. We already know. And if they market it that way and not play games, just be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to discredit the PBC fighters and the Showtime fighters and the fighters that's in the UK or whoever else they at just to market your fighters. That's why you getting fucked over right now, because you playing games. It's like the more you play games, the more that we see. It's like You're not legitimate no more. So, and us, we need to stop acting like they legitimate and getting pissed off when they do shit like this. I mean, it makes it good because some of the top channels, it give us material to make, you know, to make our videos and shit. But overall, man, fuck them niggas, man. Like, fuck HBO, fuck them. You know, everybody have, it's always an end. It's just the beginning of the end of them. That's all. They got a bias ass list. But I'm eager to hear, leave y'all comments on what you think about my list, the undeveloping list.